All right, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day. Today, I'm going to be going over a presentation on why building lean muscle is key for fat loss. I'm going to make this super simple. I'm going to break it down to the best of my ability. So, if you have any comments or questions or concerns, be sure to drop them in the comments down below. So that way, I can break it down for you in more detail. All right, so let's get right into this. Here we go. So, the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to increase your metabolic rate. So, muscle tissue burns more calories at rest in comparison to fat tissue. So let me explain a little bit about what this does. When you put on more lean muscle, you are going to burn more calories just by being alive because fat tissues, they don't have any blood vessels that roam in between the fat cells. So there's not much work that needs to be done there. It's just stored energy. So there's nothing you can really do to to there's nothing you can really do to burn more calories when you have more body fat. It's more of like, how can I get more active? What can I do that's more different? Muscle tissue, though, when you have more muscle tissue, sorry, I just dropped my phone. Muscle tissue is going to allow you to change your physique forever, and muscle tissue is going to burn more calories at rest. So, higher muscle mass is going to lead to a higher resting metabolic rate. This is what I'm referring to. Just by being alive, you're going to be burning more calories. Every body burns a different amount of calories, but when you have more lean muscle tissue, now the calories that you burn just by being alive. Guys, everything we do takes work. Everything, every action, me moving my hands right now is burning calories. Me talking to you guys is burning calories. You sitting down or doing whatever it is that you're doing right now is you burning calories. So when you have more lean muscle tissue, you're going to burn more calories just by doing these daily activities. So this is going to sustain weight loss. This is going to support sustainable weight loss because, guys, when you're focusing just on the scale, you want to see the scale go down 10 pounds and then you see it go up 8, and then you're like and then you just get the um you just get discouraged that you lose 10 pounds and then you gain 2 and then you lost 5 and then you gain 8. It's very discouraging focusing on just what the scale is showing, because when you're focusing just on the scale, you're missing a bunch of key factors, which I'm gonna break down for you. Guys, the time that you went to the bathroom yesterday has an effect on whether what the scale is gonna reflect. It has an effect on what the scale is gonna reflect. Now, the next thing is how much salt or sodium that you had in the food the previous night. That's another thing that is something you need to take into consideration, because the amount of sodium that's in food that you're eating is going to affect how much water you're keeping. So all of these things play a big role, along with stress, cortisol levels, hormone levels. Guys, these are all things that not a lot of people take into consideration, which they need to, because focusing just on the scale is honestly setting yourself up for success. It's honestly setting yourself up for failure, because if you're focusing just on the scale, you're going to be discouraged when the scale doesn't reflect the hard work that you're putting in. That is why when you focus on putting on lean muscle, this is going to change everything, because muscle preservation prevents metabolic slowdown during weight loss. And what that means is when you have more lean muscle, your body is going to be building and burning more calories and working harder just to supply blood and oxygen and transport nutrients. It's going to be working double time in a good way. This is what you want your body to do. You want your body to run efficiently. Your body's a machine. So higher muscle mass is going to make it easier to maintain weight loss in the long term, because your body's working harder, because your body has more lean muscle tissue, because you're changing your posture and your physique, and you're noticing your chest or your shoulders or even your legs growing, like you're seeing your back taper out, like you're noticing all of this happen because of muscle gain. It's not just simply weight loss, because when you focus on just weight loss, if you're not eating a certain amount of protein, eating a certain amount of calories, then what's going to happen is you're also going to lose muscle tissue in the process, which is really hard to build, which is why it's so important to keep the muscle that you already have. Okay. Then it's going to boost your physical performance. Guys, enhance strength and endurance for everyday activity and exercise. I just talked about this. When you are more fit, when you are more active, when you are stronger, when your shoulders are stronger, when your legs are stronger. Everyday activities like walking up and down the stairs, or walking to and from your car, or walking or pushing a grocery cart, or reaching above your head to grab a cup that's pretty high up, so you have to reach. These physical activities become so much easier. It's like the little things are often overlooked, but when you focus on getting stronger and quality form and lifting heavier weights and applying progressive overload, which is a whole nother topic for another day, which I don't mind doing, but getting stronger over time is basically what progressive overload is. Getting stronger over time. When you do this, your life changes. You feel better, you feel more active, you feel more energized, you feel ready to tackle the day head on. It's like these are the things that get often overlooked because we usually just focus on the scale. And that's the last thing that we should be focusing on. Yes, it's a tool, it's a measuring tool, of course, but it's not everything because of how your clothes are fitting and how many compliments you got. Those are the things that we look for, right? Or how much better you feel about yourself. Most importantly, all of that is going to reduce the risk of injury and improved overall fitness levels, right? Like again, lifting a box. Guys, I live on the third floor in an apartment right now. So like coming up 3 flights of stairs, it's like effort. I got to put effort into it. But because I work out so consistently, because I work hard, because I train my legs twice a week, because I do these things, it's not like I get up the 3 flights of stairs out of breath. I'm not tired. I'm not gassed out. I'm not huffing and puffing. But if you notice yourself doing that and you do get tired, you do get out of breath, and you are huffing and puffing, then there's room for improvement. Just like for me too, of course. I'm not in, top tier shape. I'm not stepping on stage or nothing like some of these bodybuilders, guys, but like we're looking for these little wins. And for me, going up 3 flights of stairs and down, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day, just to go for a walk or to go take out the trash or little things like that, I'm able to. And if you can, or if you notice that you're tired when you do things like that, this is why getting stronger, going to the gym consistently, it has so much more of an effect than it does just for lifting weights. Like there's a lifelong vision that you should be focusing on. Like how much better can you actually get in the long run, putting on some lean muscle, changing how you look forever. So to recap this, building lean muscle will keep the fat off for good. Why? Because it's going to burn more calories over time. Because building lean muscle is difficult. Yes, it is hard to do. You need to push yourself in the gym. You basically need to break down your muscles in the gym in order to pack them up and build them over time. That's what we do in the gym. You don't go to the gym to burn calories. If you go to the gym to step on the treadmill for an hour or 2 hours every day, you're going to burn calories. But if you burn 500 calories and your next meal is 500 calories, you just did some plus and minus right there. That's why building muscle is going to make it a long-term success for you. Because yes, going to the gym, you burn 300 calories maybe, whatever it is, it's different for everybody. You burn 300 calories and then you eat a meal that's 500 calories. Okay, but you're focusing on building muscle, so over time you're setting yourself up for success. Over time your physique is going to change. Over time, when we look at turning this into a lifestyle, everything changes. It's not just the scale. The scale does not track all the progress you've made. Guys, time and time again, I see people starting and stopping, get discouraged, and they try another quick fix, and they try keto and all these other crazy diets. And it's like, none of this works long term unless you really, really want to turn keto into a lifestyle where you don't eat any carbs. By all means, go ahead. But that's not for me. That's not what I teach. That's not what I show. That's not what I do. So by all means, go ahead. That's for you. Go ahead. But 9 times out of 10, people try these diets just to focus on weight loss. They focus just on losing weight. They lose the weight. But when you start incorporating carbs into your diet again, guess what happens? Your body starts to fill up. Your body starts to store those. Your body starts to utilize it again. So what happens? The scale goes up, but it doesn't mean you gain fat. But a lot of people think because the scale is going up, I'm doing something wrong. Guys, I teach how to build more muscle over time. And that takes eating more food over time. You'd be surprised. I have had clients come up to me. We start working together, eating 1,400 calories, and they're like, I'm not losing weight. Like I'm tracking, I'm doing whatever, I do what I can, but it's not working. And I'm like, okay, let's see what we need to do. I have them start eating more. I put them through a reverse phase. So we start eating more food over time. From 1,500 calories, I get them all the way up to 2,400 calories, sometimes 2,800 calories, and they're losing weight in the process. They're, man, they're losing weight in the process. And again, this isn't for everybody. You might be in a different place. Maybe you are just overeating, but this is something to keep in mind. This is definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, guys, last thing for the day is if you never quit, you never lose. So just don't stop. Don't stop the fitness journey. Keep going. Keep working at it. Try something different. 3 times a week is easy now. Try 4 times a week. If 4 times a week isn't getting you the results, then maybe you need a different workout split. Or if that's not working, then maybe you need to focus on your nutrition. This is what it comes down to. It's a work in progress. I had to learn how to track my food. Guys, it was very uncomfortable at first. I didn't want to. I didn't want to learn how. I was very resistant to the idea. But when I learned how to do it, now I was able to lose 12 pounds in 2 months. First of all, I saw crazy results and I was super happy. And now, go figure, I teach people how to do it for themselves. I teach people how to track their food and get into the best shape for themselves. So, use that as some inspiration that you can do the same thing. You can learn this. It's a skill. And the good thing about a skill is you can get better at the skill. And that is what this comes down to. All right, guys. Hopefully this was valuable. And if you have any questions, reach out to me and we will go from there. Have a good one. Peace.